Folks, we're getting straight to the point here. Today I'm painting first place engine. I'm going to try to explain it to you, DIY it with you as easy as possible. Let me make your life very easy on painting your engine so you can have a great looking engine bay. It's nowhere near as complicated as everyone makes it to seem. You just need primer and paint. But what do we know about, painting? It's all about preparation. So if you think about it, it's been 2 days prepping this motor. 40 is on like another level. He's leaving right now. He's very hard to deal with. He's so emotional. I didn't do anything to him. I just wouldn't answer him because I was focusing on one section of the motor, and now he just got on his bike and left. This dude, guys, is very hard to work with. You have no idea. God bless him. He didn't even take his money, whatever. Anyway, pray for that man, because I love him. It's just very hard to deal with it. I literally didn't do anything. I was working on one section of taping off. He's taping off the water pump side. He's asking me about something on the other side. I'm like, no, we're only taping that part. He got mad. He's like, oh, what? You don't want to talk to me? He gets emotional. Whatever. He's stuck in his ways. I love him. Anyway, this is not going to be a very long vlog. We're just going to completely show you how to paint your engine, because first place motor is almost ready for disassembly. So I'm going to explain it to you why I'm doing it this way. But for right now, please smash that like button. Give me a positive comment. Let's start gunning. You got the giveaway here. If you haven't joined yet, 5 different colored hats sent out randomly. 5 different color lanyards. Every order gets a sticker and every order gets a ticket. Do not lose your 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 ticket. The link is in my description. If you would like to join, we have 10 different prizes that you could win. Even if you lose, you still end up with some cool stuff, right? To the motor. Why is the valve cover not off? I don't care about the valve cover. I've got a brand new one there. I don't care about painting overspray on here. The plate is made to cover the runners. I just taped this nice and neat. This is 40 side. Let's make sure that's covered. I want to paint the knock sensor, so I just taped the plug. And I don't so much care about the side cover. I did take out that sensor and I plugged it with some paper towel, because I don't want to tape in there. I want all that to be nice and clean and silver. Same thing with the sensor. Why remove it? Gonna end up with oil drips as I'm painting. So taped off the sensor, took off the VTEC solenoid, taped that, keeping the filter on. I don't need to take it off and mask around it. I'm gonna paint over that. Same thing with the oil pan. I have a brand new one, so I'm keeping it like this. Now this side here, a lot of people miss out on, because you begin to clean, paint everything. You might tape off the sensors, and then now when all of this is silver, you have this ugly color, well, old looking aluminum. That's scuffed lightly with a gray pad. That sensor's removed and plugged. Side cover here, or side coolant neck, taped. Very easy. You put the tape on. You use the back of the razor and just follow it. You just simply follow where you want that cut to come out. What's next? Next is acetone. I want to make sure there's no grease on here that's going to come back and haunt me and bubble up and cause a chemical reaction or a paint reaction, whatever you want to call it. But before that, let me show you what paint I'm using. Going to start off with a primer. Doesn't matter what color, preferably a light color, but doesn't matter what color. Primer first, going to give it 2 coats. And then I'm going to start with a lower heat here first as a base coat, and then I'll move on to the higher temp. What do you need to paint your entire engine? 1 can of each. I just accumulated this stuff over the years, and I'm going to use everything here. I'm going to utilize it. My main thing is to get it up to temperature too. If it's too cold, thank God I have the sun on my side in the mornings. If it's too cold, that paint won't stick. But we're at room temp. It feels nice and warm a little bit. But before, I'm going to roll this motor out to the sun, let it soak up a little bit of heat. I don't care about the side cover, guys. I'm getting a new side cover, so I'm leaving that. I'm not scuffing it. I'm not removing any bolts. I don't care about that. All the bolts will be brand new. This will be brand new. And plus, I won't get much paint on here because I'm just going like this. Move over here. Gonna hit the top part, hit the top of the cylinder head, come down, and basically end up over here. Let me get this motor outside into the sun and let me start wiping it down with acetone to lift any remaining grease. Grease, oil, coolant is your enemy during painting. Acetone, what you don't want to do, what you do not want to do is completely soak it. So what you want to do is go section by section. Now you know you did a good job when it dries up quick. You know you did a good job of cleaning it when the acetone, as soon as you spray it, starts to dry. Let's see if we can get that on the camera. See how that's drying up? See it? That's when you know that that section is basically ready for paint. So I have a fresh microfiber here, and I'm just going around this entire area with acetone, making sure that everything is clean. But look how clean that silver looks just by wiping it down with acetone. Now it's just gonna soak in that paint and that primer so easy. You kind of want to stay away from the tape with the acetone. This thing is very, very strong. Acetone, paint thinner, alcohol, all the same shit. So we pretty much have all this section ready for paint. So I'll go over the nicks and crannies. You see I start to see that little oil crease here, or I don't know if you guys can see that, but I will wipe. I see how much longer it's going to take to soak, to dry up. That means that that section has oil on it. Well, now the motor's completely clean. Acetoned every single area, did it in small sections. Now, since I already have the sun on my side on here, this is the side I'm going to begin on. So I'll push the motor a little bit further so I don't get any overspray on Manolo. I'll bring this gate down and basically just be ready to primer this side first. Now, you don't want to be a hero, you want to take your time. Guys, if it takes you 2 days, then let it take you 2 days. The final results will be worth it. You won't be running into an issue to where it starts to peel on you after a few weeks, or just take your time. Hell, if it takes you 1 month, so be it. Being patient while building a car is probably the most important thing. It's also cheaper for your pocket. Really important before we get the primer and the paint on. It's very important. Obviously, you shake the bottle, pause, but get the bottle also, get the can up to temperature. Get the can hot. You'll start to hear that ball actually pause, move a little bit quicker. See that? Pause. But as it heats up, we're gonna use the sun again. I've got them sitting right here. I'm just gonna let these cans heat up first. The block is gonna, the entire engine's gonna get up to temperature, and then we're gonna spray about 2 coats on this side here. You're gonna attack one side at a time and just pray for the best. First coat, primer. Now, we're not gonna just completely soak it. We just want it to touch the canvas here. We just want it to touch the aluminum. You wanna start from the top to bottom. So just light touches, hold on. Here we go. Don't stay in one spot. That's it. We'll let that primer sit for about 5-10 minutes. Give it another coat and then just evenly have it basically this color here. Second coat is on. See, I oversprayed a little bit there. I'm trying to get under in there, but the second coat is on. You see, obviously, like I said, camera doesn't do it really justice outside, but you can honestly see it. It looks white, right? See? Looks white. Now we're just going to do that throughout the entire motor. I'm going to turn it around, get more primer on the other side. I didn't touch the other side. I'm just going to take one side at a time. I'm going to paint this entire side. I'm going to move around, turn the motor around, let this get hot, primer, paint, and I'll be done. Very, very simple. You have to be patient. Trust me. See that? 40 side, bad taping. Then he gets upset at me. Now we have a problem. We can't paint this side. He was supposed to put another piece of tape here in the middle. I try to teach him, but he always gets frustrated for some reason. I'll fix it. Here we go. First base coat. I didn't have enough of that other stuff. Here we go. So top to bottom, no soaking, just touching. Pause. Jesus, I'm supposed to spray it first. All right. Look at it just take. See how that temperature's working so good from the sun? That as soon as you spray it on, it just absorbs the paint. Now, I already see that that corner's wet. I'm going to stay away from it and just keep moving forward. Simple base coat. We'll miss everything. Everything that we missed, we'll get later. Just get that paint on. Done. It's already looking like something, right? Trust me, I missed a lot, so I'll let that dry up a little bit. Come back with another coat. That side's done. I gave it about 3 coats. Gonna let the sun do its job. It looks much better inside. This lighting doesn't do it justice, but you could see it. It's back to life. What's gonna be awesome is when we sit this motor next to the other ones, you just see obviously the difference of maybe 2 days of work, you know, 1 day for cleaning, 1 day for prep and paint, and you can just completely change the dynamic of your engine bay. I don't know, 15, 20 bucks. Other side, base coat of primer is on. Ended up acetoning here, covering that tape again. It's good to go. So I have 1 coat here. I'm obviously going to get a little bit of overspray of primer like around this side, so I'm just going to repaint this entire side here when I do all of this. But I'm pretty much almost finished. I probably have about 30 minutes left. Gonna let this really dry up, give it another nice even coat of primer, and then give it 3 coats of the silver aluminum. Then once we pull it inside and get some better lighting, you're just gonna see how much better this looks. So we're letting the sun do its job. That base coat is on here. Yeah, I like it, man. Gonna give it 2 more coats, but this one right here, this base coat, gonna really let it dry and just keep moving forward. But we got that silver so correct. I'll be able to kind of tilt the motor a little bit more back and then kind of get under there a little bit just to make sure I cover every nick and cranny. Again, I'm not in a rush. There's no reason to rush. And at the same time, I scuffed this and was able to paint it nice and silver, so when I put brand new OEM bolts on, it's just going to look absolutely marvelous. Marvelous! I am finished, ladies and gentlemen. I am finished. I gave this side a nice little coat. That sun helps so much, that heat. As soon as I spray it on, you just see it go like this and then start right to dry up. Now, I know it needs maybe another 5-10 minutes to be completely dry. Whenever you want to check if it's dry, you shouldn't have to touch the surface or whatever it is that you're painting. Simply touch the tape. See, it's still a little... nothing. It's dry, but again, we're not in a rush. Gave this side another coat. I can't wait to see this. Wait till we go inside, guys, and we have that lighting and the doors closed. That silver is gonna completely pop. Watch. So we're gonna let time take its course. Yeah. Yeah. It's just so genius. it might work. Let that sun do its job. Dry up this side really, really good. It's dry. There's no reason to take off the tape today. I'll wait till tomorrow. Start taking off all that stuff. But I'll add it here. Okay, now you see right here? Didn't have to kill myself taping it. Done. That sensor's gonna go right back in. It's gonna look nice and clean. Throw that in the garbage. Let's grab this one. And have the camera down. Yeah, no good. Yeah, look at that. Whatever that is, I'll be able to clean that. Can I take it off? Just a piece of napkin and saved. That's gonna look crazy when we have all those parts back on there. The other side came out, this side just came out absolutely amazing. Again, just took my time. Roughly about hour and a half, 2 hours. It's all in the preparation, guys. You know this. You know this. Again, let's just say you guys aren't getting an aftermarket cover. Okay, cool story. You're gonna just keep maybe 2 bolts in, then paint all of this too. Remove your dampener, tape that seal up there. You can either keep that one on or have another one that's fresh, but it's not as difficult as people make it to seem. Again, maybe 20, 30 bucks in paint, 2 hours of prep, maybe an hour worth of painting, and this motor is gonna look absolutely amazing. Once the side cover's on, brand new oil pan, brand new valve cover. I know some of you are going to say, hey, maybe you don't think that you might mess anything up when you're removing, that? No. You still have your little sections down here you can remove it from without having to get into there. And I always, whenever I take off these oil pans, I like to run a razor, a brand new razor along the silicone, because we all know that Honda Bond on the K-Series oil pan is a nightmare. It is difficult. You're gonna need the old pry bar, but the ugly duckling is starting to blossom. We're getting from here. We were here. No, we're here. Yeah. Well, guys, we're done. I don't want to complicate this video. I kind of just want to leave it for DIY painting your engine, right? And get ready for the next chapter. The next episode should be me disassembling this motor and starting to work on the oil pump, putting on the new guides, the new chain, the new tensioner, adjusting the valves, and then slowly starting to put all the clean new stuff on. If you haven't joined the giveaway, you still have a chance. The link is in my description for the giveaway. You never know if you're going to win or not if you don't join, right? You can't win if you're not in. Pause. We're doing some exceptional stuff here. My internet stint is almost near an end. I got about 6 months left of having social media and being on the internet. Again, that's another story for another day. I love you guys. I hope I taught you something. I hope I made your life easier. I hope I gave you the confidence, most importantly, to go out there and do things on your own. Again, giveaway has 10 prizes. All your support means a lot. That's how you fund the next car. That's how we fund this operation here. So I hope everyone is watching in good health. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll catch you next time. Keep gunning.